There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
When we first went in, one of the people said, "Who are you?" And Tex said, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business."
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Are you doing good? Did you brush your teeth? Are you in your pajamas?
I hope so.
I hope so, because we're not.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
I'm kind of dressed like I'm in pajamas because that's kind of all I can fit into these days.
Listen, baby Jen and Jerry, we're waiting. We're we're all waiting.
Let's get into it.
Let's get in there. Yeah.
Let's talk about our topic.
Woo!
We're gonna start off with our topic question. Okay. So if you guys could create your very own theme park, what would the theme of the park be?
Euthanasia.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you. You can have it too if you want. I don't mind.
No, I think I would want a true crime theme park.
Oh, like a Jeffrey Dahmer roller coaster.
Or like John Wayne Gacy's crawl space. Like, I want...
Shut up. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. That
Jeffrey
would be
Dahmer's
amazing.
refrigerator.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
Or like
Sandwiches.
Ted Bundy's backseat car.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
Right?
I think that is
Jack
wow.
Ripper's Saloon.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. I'm trying to think, like, what can we do with Eileen Wuornos?
Oh,
I mean,
it would have to be like very
Something
interactive.
maybe, like, I feel like
maybe
it could be
bumper
something...
cars, 'cause she
Bumper cars, or it could be like...
hitchhiked.
I feel like it could be something that like takes place like in the Florida Everglades.
Oh my God.
like
alligators.
yeah, gator traps.
Yeah.
I love that. I do.
Eileen Wuornos Swamp.
Oh my God. Or it could be this game where it's kind of like bumper cars, right? And like somebody pulls up in a bumper car and they're like, hey, looking for sex. And then you're Eileen Wuornos or you or me. And then you're like, okay, man. And then they don't know, but you have a gun. And then
Whoop-a-chop.
But then
Oh
like
my
the other
God.
thing you have to remember is like the serial killers walk around the park and you can get your picture taken with them like at Disney World.
yes, absolutely.
Hot.
It's kind of like a drag queen who was like impersonating Whitney Houston.
Absolutely.
Right? And you're like, I want a picture of Whitney Houston because she's dead and this is the closest I'm going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's brilliant. Okay, we like these ideas.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Fantastic.
Wow. I don't even know what I would do for a theme park. Maybe like a horror movie theme park.
That would be cool.
But then that's, it'll be like year-round Halloween.
Exactly. And you know what? Like some theme parks do that. Like I know like Universal, I think like Six Flags does that for, like seasonal, but it'd be cool to do something year round.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, so one of my favorite things to do on Facebook, I love to watch videos of POV like rides.
Me too.
Oh,
I
they're
watch
fun.
the roller coasters all the time.
I like
Yeah.
watching like the Disney ones too, like the like ones with the themes. But I came across one, and I think it was Universal at at Halloween time.
Okay.
And there was a Chucky one.
Oh,
Like you
adorable.
actually walk through,
Nice.
That's so fun.
and
Nice.
Chucky like makes appearances.
We love Chucky.
I love Chucky's so cute.
He's
Chucky
adorable.
is cute.
I think he's adorable. I don't think he's scary. I don't think those
No.
movies are scary. No. He's adorable.
They're silly.
There was a documentary about the making of the Chucky films.
Okay.
And they were talking about like kind of like how, he was like kind of more scary in the beginning, but then he became cute, like what you
Yeah.
just said.
Yeah, the first Child's Play movie is kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also watched Child's Play when I was a child. I haven't watched it since I was as an adult, so I don't know.
we're going to have a Child's Play viewing.
We will.
Child's Play theme park.
Oh.
Or like, I would have maybe another one where like everything is neon lights and glows in the dark.
That would be fun too.
Ooh.
Like a roller coaster in the dark,
Yeah.
like with neon lights and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be so much
It'll
fun.
be like Space Mountain, but like Neon Mountain.
Ooh.
Okay, so as you guys can probably guess, we may or may not be going to a theme park.
Oh.
We're going to a theme park, and it's called Holy Land USA.
Stop.
And it's a Christian theme park.
Fill me up, Jesus.
Praise Jesus Christ.
That's right.
So
Oh.
I think, you know, in the past we've talked about roller coaster deaths. We've talked about like our various favorite theme park rides, and also like we've also covered the Xanadu house, which was that house in 1980.
Yes,
that
insert
was-
artwork.
Yeah, it was like this interactive, futuristic house run by like computers. Mm-hmm. So
The Simpsons house.
the Simpsons
The
house.
Simpsons house.
So we've kind of covered these like tourist trap things, right? Or like these
Attractions.
like weird, like
the
these
Mary Cemetery.
the Mary Cemetery.
Xanadu.
But today we're going to Holy Land, USA.
Where is Holy Land?
So Holy Land is an 18-acre theme park
Okay.
that existed in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Also,
And-
not too far from us.
No.
Yeah, not too far at all.
One of the original 13 colonies.
Oh.
So the idea of the park is inspired by all things the Bible.
Oh.
We love a Bible here at Bizarre Buffet.
We
We
do.
sure do.
Mark has one in the trunk of his car right now.
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
I need to like
Yeah.
throw it in the garbage.
Absolutely.
So
We'll explain
yeah.
later.
I didn't purchase it. I like acquired it for free. So, anyways,
Maybe that could be Patreon content.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yes, that would be great, Pat.
Signed by all three of us.
Yes. Okay. Everybody listen up. You'll get a signed Bible by the three of
from
us.
us.
Yeah, absolutely. From Mark's trunk of his
Yeah.
car. Or boot if you live in the
if I
UK.
touch it, my skin will sizzle.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so like this theme park, it's inspired by like Jesus and the Bible. So when the park was opened, it had things like a chapel, replicas of the catacombs, stations of the cross, and like these Israelite replica villages. So it was this like super like biblically interactive park.
Interesting.
Wow.
But there's a dark side to it.
Of course.
Of course, right?
Buffet.
Because it's Bizarre Buffet. Let's talk about real quick how the park was created. So this theme park was created by this dude named John Baptist Greco.
John the Baptist.
Yes.
John
the fucking Baptist Greco, who was a local attorney in the area. He also created a volunteer organization called Companions of Christ, with the purpose of creating an attraction that would replicate Bethlehem and Jerusalem, circa like the Bible. So the building of this park started in 1955. Since Greco was a very religious man, he wanted to do this for the people of the community. He felt that no one, no matter of the race, creed, or color, should be separated. He wanted this place to be welcoming and peaceful to all people,
Cute.
which is really nice.
It is really
That's
nice.
Adorable.
Yeah, so sweet.
And I don't know if it would be welcoming to the gays, but
Probably not,
yeah,
but
probably
you
not,
know,
but
there's always
listen.
an exception.
we're also, you know, at least he wasn't a racist.
Exactly.
Now, some
Check.
of the not a racist, check. So some of the park's attractions were also this like Garden of Eden and a diorama.
Of the Nativity.
I'm sure they probably had a nativity scene because I feel like that's like an easy win, right?
Yeah.
But they had this like diorama of like Daniel in the lion's den. I don't know anything about that Bible story. I'm just gonna throw that
I
out
don't
there.
either. And I like you and I like you had more of a Catholic school experience than I did. I only did for a handful of years, but I don't no.
Yeah, I've never been to a school for the most part.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, good for you, Mark.
I pride myself on it. Thank
School
you.
sucks, drop out. Basic. Yeah, there's like lions and
Yeah.
but there was also just like various recreations of like popular stories about Jesus. Now this park also held this like huge centerpiece on the side, which is like a 56-foot tall cross and a sign that was illuminated that said, Holy Land, USA, and it kind of looks like the Hollywood sign.
Oh my god.
So it's like a replica of the Hollywood sign, kind of, but it says Holy Land, USA.
Holy Land.
So this park like really peaked in the 1960s to the 1970s.
That was gonna be one of my like follow-up questions was when
Yeah.
was this?
60s, 70s. That was
Wow.
like when it peaked.
That was the time where Jesus had roller coasters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, on average, they would see about like 40,000 visitors in a year. So we're going to fast forward
That's
to...
not a lot.
No, it really isn't.
Right?
Yeah.
No, especially like if you're thinking like you have 40,000 visitors and the ticket price is like what? $5 at the time?
At that time,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like what? $200,000 a year with the upkeep and stuff. Like you're probably breaking even.
Probably.
Because I'm a business manager for theme parks all of a sudden.
I
Sure
mean,
are.
hey, why not?
You would be a good business manager for a theme park.
You would be.
In 1984, Greco decided to close the park with the intentions to expand the site that the park was located on.
Okay, Walt Disney.
Yeah, really.
yeah.
Thank you.
He wanted to go bigger. But in 1986, 2 years after this grand idea, leaving the work unfinished, he passed away.
Okay.
And nobody took over.
Well, someone did. So the property was left to a bunch of these nuns called... They were called the They were called the nuns of the Never-Ending Theme Park.
The nuns of the roller coaster.
No,
The
just
nun-
kidding. That's not what they were called. I made it up.
Oh.
Yeah,
but it
never-ending nuns.
Never-ending nonsense. So, no, these nuns did get it, and they were called the Religious Sisters of Philippi.
Felipe.
The religious sisters.
Yeah, religious
of
roller
Philip.
coaster sisters.
Of Philippi.
Felipe.
So, of course, right, the park closes, and what happens? It goes into disrepair, it's abandoned.
We love an abandoned theme park at
We
Bizarre
do.
Buffet.
love
It's a
abandoned
smooth ride.
everything. It's a bumpy ride.
It is
Yeah.
a smooth ride.
It is. Thank you. Thank you.
Now-
I agree.
Now, of course, these exquisite biblical attractions were subject to vandalism.
They're gonna say they came to life.
They came to like, yeah.
Maybe.
They turned roller coasters into wine.
Yeah, literally. One of my favorite vandalisms of the park was that someone spray painted "Religion is a scam" on this like life-size diorama of the Last Supper.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I swear to God, it wasn't me that did that.
I know. It would be.
That was you reincarnated.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Absolutely. I agree.
The abandoned site did attract tons of visitors, especially after this website called Roadside America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Roadside America included the park as like an offbeat attraction, and the website advised people to explore with caution and to have an up-to-date tetanus shot.
Oh, well,
That would make
valuable.
sense.
Yeah, valuable information.
Because, you know, if you cut yourself on like a metal, rusty Jesus, you're going to need that tetanus shot.
You will. Absolutely.
Now, also with such a big space or a big property comes big debates. Big debate that a lot of people had is like, what are we going to do with all this land? But, you know, that's not really like the topic, you know, highlight. I'm just throwing it out there, you know.
Okay.
You know, some people wanted the park to be preserved as folk art. You know, there were several attempts to try to restore it, but every single attempt failed. Shortly after, the nuns were accused of fearing liability and being sued. So they had to turn away volunteers, and, you know, they had to stop the restoration efforts because if something happens on that property, they could be sued.
Right.
But why not contact Jesus and ask him to prevent you from a lawsuit?
Yeah, you could pray it away.
Pray it away. Thank you.
Pray
Pray
the
it away.
lawsuit away. The sisters also held weekly prayer meetings on the site. I mean, hopefully they prayed for it to be restored.
Hopefully they prayed for it to be, I don't know, financially successful.
Probably. Remember, if you pray, they will come.
Absolutely.
Are we ready though to take a dark turn real fast?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is there a hell feature in this theme park?
There was for one person.
No. Oh, please explain.
This whimsical park story is about to be unwhimsical now because unfortunately there was a murder at this park.
While it was abandoned,
Gasp.
or
Good question. While it was abandoned,
Oh.
making it even more bizarre and creepy.
Oh my.
So let's talk about the murder. There's not much out there on it, but I do have like some highlights and a blurb from it. So, yeah, sadly, one summer evening in July of 2010, 16-year-old Chloe Ottoman was raped and murdered by 19-year-old Francisco Cruz at the park, right at the site of an illuminated cross. Now, the park was abandoned at the time, but with some of the restoration processes, one of the things that they did is that tall 50-foot cross, they had it illuminated.
okay,
So it was abandoned, but the cross would still light up.
of course it would.
Yeah.
Well, the most important feature,
Yes.
clearly. Yeah.
Since the abandoned park would attract teenagers and urban explorers and etc., Chloe did agree to accompany Francisco to the secluded park. They both knew each other for a couple of years because Francisco was friends with Chloe's boyfriend. The night that the two of them planned a little trip to the abandoned park, they basically did it just to hang out and drink alcohol without getting caught by like parents and stuff.
Like normal
Yeah,
teenagers do.
exactly.
Yeah. Totally like normal teenage stuff.
Yeah. Regular shit.
Yeah. So after sitting on the base of the cross and overlooking the highway in the distance, Francisco was hoping to make a move on Chloe. She rejected his advances since she was already in a relationship. So this guy was like a pig. He was an asshole.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
You know? And he was kind of hoping that after a few drinks it would loosen her up and she would be more open to like the sexual
yeah.
advances. Okay. So after that, Francisco continued to grope her until she defended herself by elbowing him in the face. So
Oh, good for her.
Good for
Chloe,
you.
right, Chloe?
Damn.
So she went down with the fight. You know, she screamed, kicked, yelled, and elbowed him in the face. He eventually did overpower her and forced her into a chokehold. Once she fell unconscious, he continued to sexually assault her.
Oh, God.
So he ended up, you know, raping her and strangled her until she no longer had a pulse.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that sucks.
And then to make sure that she was dead, he stabbed her in the neck with his pocket knife.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then he discarded her body in a pair of like nearby woods. Now, upon Chloe not returning home, her family reported her as a missing person. Since Francisco was the last person to see her alive, he was already like the primary suspect. He was put into police custody where he confessed to the crime, eventually leading the officers to Chloe's body, which he left abandoned and alone at Holy Land, USA. Cruz was in fact charged with capital felony, murder, sexual assault, and strangulation. He was sentenced to prison for 55 years. And you can meet him at the Cheshire Correctional Institution in Cheshire, Connecticut.
Oh, my God. Who lives in Cheshire who wants to invite us to stay at their home?
Or we can go to Write a Prisoner.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, my God. Insert artwork.
That was a blast from the past.
That was. We have done so many topics that I forget, and that, like, I'm excited when I hear these topics referenced, and I'm like, I want to listen to these again because I forget about these.
Yeah.
You know, and Write a Prisoner was so much fun.
That was a fun one.
That was.
So the murder is pretty terrible, and I feel awful for Chloe and her family.
Of
'cause
course.
That's just really
It's awful.
It's disgusting. But after that, in 2013, the park did have a little bit of a revival because the mayor of the city, Neil O'Leary, he was also not just the mayor, but a car dealer.
Oh,
which is pretty
well,
cool.
yeah.
He purchased the site from the nuns for $350,000, announcing that he was going to like clean it up and revitalize it. In 2014, the park was revitalized. It was reopened to the public. Now it's used, as like a public park. They do masses there and various religious functions. Now, to close this up, I think that this is a very unique type of theme park, which is very strange, and it sounds like hell to me because I hate all
Yeah.
that stuff. Religion's clearly, not my thing. So I find something highly bizarre about a like Bible theme park. I can only imagine how eerie it looked as it became more and more overgrown and
Oh,
deteriorated.
for sure.
Like the element of murder at this place, at the base of this tall illuminated 50-foot cross, I just think it's a little like macabre
Very.
and off-putting, and I think it's just really weird that now this site hosts like family picnics, religious events, all at a location where someone was brutally murdered.
Oh, of course.
Great story, Mark.
Great story,
Thank
Mark.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, listen, if you want us to create a theme park and you want us to
Then you better go to Patreon.
yeah, patreon.com/Bizarre Buffet. Follow us on Instagram at Bizarre Buffet. Bizarre Buffet Podcast on Facebook if you're in the age range of people who use Facebook. Anything else that I'm leaving out? YouTube. Hey,
Watch
girls.
our podcast on YouTube.
Streaming on all
ladies.
major platforms.
Absolutely. Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're
Leave
fucking
us a
on it.
comment, like,
Yes. Give us support.
even if you can't give us monetary donations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Support us emotionally because we are about mental health here.
Exactly.
So say something nice and
Yes. Yeah.
all three of us will appreciate
We will.
it. Absolutely. So, I mean, I guess with that being said, I'm a Lucifer themed theme park coming soon, 2024.
And I am John the Baptist Greco.
Beautiful. So fucking obsessed.
And I'm Jesus because I want the spotlight.
Oh, I love
Oh
that.
my God.
To be honest.
Amen.